So I wanted to just recap here with my table cells selected, clicking and dragging through the cells. Table, table options and cell options. Table, table options and cell options. For my table setup, the outside line that I have has the weight of the rest of the table cells, and I want to make that outside line thicker. I don't care if it's ugly. I want to make sure that it's the right color, which is the same color as the rest of everything else. This should only control the outside line, and it did. Okay, so that is our table option for the table setup. Then, with all that still selected, I think it's probably more straightforward, although I could set up row strokes and column strokes. In here, I can also do it. Table, table options, table setup, thickness 2, color. I'm going to make it a different blue so we can see it change, even though it's maybe not the most beautiful thing in the world. And I'm going to click OK, and then I'm going to click away, and I'm going to check myself. Life is good. And then click and drag through again, table, and this time cell options and rows and columns. And here I'm going to look at the stroke and fill colors, making sure that I'm using the weight for strokes as I'm going to make them thicker just to see them change color, and I'll make these the right blue. And also, if I click, they should all be changing. See how you can click ooh ah on these outside edges? You can actually turn off some of these and only change the ones that are highlighted. So if I don't want the outside to change and I only want the inside lines to change, I would believe that is what should happen now. And I'm going to now change the color. That worked, okay? And now I want it thinner again, 0.5, and on and off. All right, so now I can differentiate between the inner and the outer lines of the table if I need to. I want to use my custom color here. Click OK, leaving it still selected. Everything looks jivey. Click and drag through. Last time, object, cell options, rows and columns, and I want the heights to change. I'm going to preview this on, and I'm going to increase and keep the height for this particular style, for better or for worse, at 0.25. I do not want them to be maximum. I mean, any greater than. Yeah. And now on and off. If you don't want it to look like that, you want it to look different, you can now adjust these heights. I know I should have done this one first. 3, and then 3, click. Life is rosy, click OK. Now I have my table style I want to create. Ignore the fact that this says the name and Addie. I'm going to make a brand new table style, hopefully, and I'm going to call this real, no, I'm going to call this address box based on nothing. It's its own thing, and click OK, and then make sure it's using address box. Okay, so now I have a table style, and I'm going to throw away this bad one I did before because I didn't do it correctly. And one would like to think, if I made a new box now, I should be able to apply these settings. I'm going to test that in the next movie.